If I told you there was a horrific, raging outbreak of gold fever at Oallen Ford, what would you do? Would you be drawn to Oallen like a moth to the flame? Untreated, raging gold fever looks like this.
Oh no, what's wrong with Lockie? Lockie, are you okay? I'll get some help.
Sunday morning, -1 degrees. It's cold. Let's take a pan.
Hey Specs, that's rubbish. Let's take another one.
All right, guys, I found a pretty good test pan, enough to run a box. You know what, maybe not normally, but it's so cold, I want to run a box to try and warm up. I'll show you what we found in the test pan. All right, guys, I counted 35 specs. That's enough for me. Let's get warm. Filling box number 1, raised my temperature, and look who's arrived. Who's that? What's that? Take a look at the craftsmanship involved over here. Well, my day's improved dramatically. Lockie's here on a beautiful cold Sunday morning. Oh, glorious. Lockie's doing some test pans. I've filled up the box. Let's run the sluice. All right, guys, box number 1, it's filled up. We're gonna back the ute up and chuck it through the sluice and see what she says. Let's take a look at the sluice in the water. Well, guys, today my weapon of choice is the Gold Rat 1088 with the long tom extension. The flow just ripping through there. We're gonna shovel the material on there, see how much gold we can find. That's gold. Woo!
See the material dancing around there. Looking good, guys.
The master at work, setting up his sluice. Looking good. Lockie's also running the long tom extension for the 1088. He's braving the cold and feeding the sluice. Box number 1 out of the water, and she's looking pretty good. Oh, Alan, a beautiful cold morning. My mate Lockie, what could be better? We finished box number 1. Lockie's got a look at his face that says that's gold. He's going to bring it over. Let's have a look and see what Lockie found. What's Lockie got going on here?
Guys, it may be very subtle, but this is the very moment that Lockie fell victim to the fever.
All right, guys, well, we're going to clean out the top mat, leave the bottom mat in there. We'll see what the top mat says, and then we'll take it from there. Let's clean out the top mat. I'm just confused as it. There you go, guys. That's box number 1. You little ripper. Now here's Lockie in his natural habitat. Just taking a test pan.
That's it.
Box number 1 was a screaming success.
Screaming.
So let's see. Are we still on the gold? Are we still on the gold, Lock?
We still are.
But I sense a little...
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Not as good as before, mate.
Not as good as before. All right, well, I'll take a test pan as well and we'll see. Lockie is looking a bit further afield, having a prospect around. I just took a test pan right there. We've got another 26 odd specs, which normally I wouldn't run, but I've got a feeling there's more gold there than 26 specs a pan throughout this little space here. So we'll run box number 2. Video update. Box number 2 ready to go, and Lockie's looking a little bit feverish. Barrow number 2 for Lockie. We're going up or down with this barrow?
Mate, I'm gonna be optimistic. We're gonna go up.
All right, happy days. We'll run box number 2. I'll pan it out and we'll check it out. There you go, guys. Box number 2 is an absolute ripper. That's at least 0.2. And Steve, 0.2?
0.2.
0.1, 0.2. Yeah. I think you're on it. All right, video update. Box number 3 coming up and barrow number 3 as well, simultaneously. Now, Lockie's tested around and he's found up to 36, nearly 40 specs a pan. Is that right?
Yep, 36.
Yeah, happy days. 36 clickety clicks. That's enough to run another box. Now we're down here at Oallen, as you know, and we're meeting the people. And look, someone's just been driving over a bridge on their bike, and they said, "I'm going to stop here and find some gold." Is that right, Kurt?
Absolutely.
Yeah. So
Every time
he comes past, he wants to stop. So it's got the perfect prospecting vehicle here. He's got to rip up and down the Shellhaven River on this beauty, and I reckon he might find some shiny. What do you reckon?
I reckon.
What have you got? You've got a little test pan?
Yeah, just a tiny little thing.
Now there's his little weapon, the little test pan. That's a beauty. He's going to wander up and down the river, and we might point him in the direction of some good material as well. See how he goes.
That'd be fantastic.
No worries, mate. Give us a that's gold.
That's gold.
Beautiful. All right, the box is in the water, right next to our mate Steve. What a ripper! Let's take a look at his indicator map. My grandfather, Steve. I'm just zoomed in on his indicator map. My word, that's a good show of colour, mate. Well, guys, check that out for a pan of gold.
Now, you might remember Steve as the star from our episode called Road Gold.
What do you reckon, mate?
Half a gram.
Half a gram?
0.8, something like that.
Oh, yeah, that is an absolute ripper. Kurt and Steve. Third and final box out of the water. Oh, look at this hard-working miner over here. Oh, he's gone.com.
This is what gold fever looks like. Do not come to Oallen. This fever is raging down here. It's spreading like wildfire.
Just while Lockie comes back to life, we'll pan out the third and final box. Wow. Box number 3, absolute ripper. All right, I got to rip off home. I think Lockie's not far behind me.
Nah, ready to go.
Good day, mate. That fourth barrel was a beauty.
Fantastic. I'll show you the cleanup.
Oh, I look forward to it, mate.
Safe at home and recovering from the fever, here's Lockie's weigh-in. 0.24. Well done, Lockie. Very nice for 4 wheelbarrows.
3 boxes. How much gold did we get?
0.517. Gold fever heaven.